Alrighty, welcome everybody to the Azerbaijan Grand Prix for the EU tier here. My name is T-Money All Day. I will be the commentator for today's race. Let's see, who do we got? Hey, can you guys let me know if my audio sounds good? Appreciate that. What do we got here? Who do we got? Crucio crosses the line with a 140.2 to start off quali. Who else? Bones is on a hot lap too. Okay. We should have a lot of good action here today. Baku is typically famous for the middle sector, the castle sector. Might see a few DNFs in there today. Hopefully not. Thank you, Coxie. Turn the game. Okay. Let's do that. Master volume. Try that. How was that? Sounds pretty decent. Anyway, ooh, and Bones loses it right there. Man, who do we? Oh, there's someone. Really? Uh-oh. Ah, crap. Am I still... It's back? Let's see. Yeah, it was down for me too for a little bit there. I apologize for that. Hopefully we don't have any more issues like that, but okay. Anyways. Let's see. Who knows? Anyway. So we got GP almost coming down to the main straight here. Be interesting to see what kind of lap time he can post. Oh wow. Puppet Master won a 1:39.6 on the hards. That is a very good time. I guess not. GP is ducking into the pits. Let's find somebody else to ride on board with here. We got Beck. Should be starting his hot lap. Let me pull. Where's... There we go. Okay. Ooh, very close to the wall. Keeping it nice and tidy though. So far this is looking like a very good start to the lap. Ooh, very nice through the chicane there. Now where all the fun begins, in the castle sector. Ooh. Looks like we got a McLaren out in front of back here. Ooh, raises the wall a little bit. Still got control of the car though. Let's see. Very nice lap so far. I got a strong feeling like this lap will put him up into, I'm gonna guess, third. Let's see if I'm right. Yes. Wow. 1:38.6. I was way off. But very, very impressive lap so far from Beck. I also missed Gilzo's hot lap too, but he must be back in the pits already. Let's see. Do we got anybody else? Ooh, let's ride on board with Fuzz for his hot lap. You know. But while we have a little free time here during quali, I will give you guys a rundown of the standings in the EU League. In first place we have J. Cole, followed by Gilzo in second. Then we have Rob 2K in third, who was unfortunately not here today, not able to make it. And he is followed very closely by Larkin. Then we got Adri in fifth, Puppet Master in sixth, Jinnit to win it, seventh, Johannes eighth, Bones ninth, RC in 10th, Fuzz in 11th, General Porter in 12th, back in 13th, Martin Robertson in 14th, and Heron in 15th, Zamaglis in 16th, Frank Lucas in 17th, Crucio in 18th, Andre Sousa in 19th, and who do we got? Soder Sarama in 20th to round out the EU standings. But let's see. Now we'll go back to Fuzz. Ooh, on the mediums. Be interesting to see if he can get this into the low 140s to maybe possibly, you know, beat out Jinnit, or who knows, maybe he can beat out some of the soft runners. Ooh, Puppet Master, good time. And Fuzz goes up into 8th. Very good lap. Oh. In the chat, who are we thinking is your pick to win the race? Curious to see what the people are thinking. Is there anybody out on a hot lap right now? McLaren? That's Fuzz. I'm assuming Larkin is probably coming into the pits here. No, he is not. So is he going for another hot lap? Oh, he was on his hot lap. Oh wow, 138 flat. Very good time. Gilzo for the win. I like the prediction. We have some late runners here that will be trying to take that pole position coveted at Baku. Never want to be stuck in traffic around this track. But it's going to be interesting though with some of these medium runners starting out, you know, fairly close to the front. Ooh, and Fuzz. Looks like Fuzz might be out of fuel. That's never fun. GP still in the pits. We got Bones starting a hot lap. Might as well stay on board with him for now. Probably switch back to J. Cole in a little bit, but... Oh, looking good so far for Bones. Keeping it nice and tidy. Very nice through that sector. Oh, Larkin has retired from the session. He must be confident with his current pole time. Looking like a pretty solid lap so far for Bones. Let's see what he can, you know, if he can really chain it together through these last couple of corners. Very nice. And now maybe he'll be able to gain a little slipstream from his teammate back. Wow. This is going to work out very nicely for Bones. And Bones comes in with a 140.6 to put him up into 10th place. Pretty solid. Let's go back to J. Cole here, looking to improve his current time of a 138.1. Oh, we got Coxie predicting Gilzo to win and Camden Luca going with J. Cole. It seems like Renault is the favorite, and it is not hard to see why, as J. Cole takes pole by almost 5/10 with a 137.5. Very, very good lap. And yes, you were definitely right, Camden. J. Cole has just been absolutely incredible this season. Seems like every race he's been in, he is always fighting for first. Beck gets a purple middle sector. Don't know how entirely accurate that is, but let's see if he can potentially take second away from Larkin here. Or who knows, maybe even pole. And Beck improves slightly, but not enough to gain a position. And it looks like we got Andre on a hot lap here. Is Gilzo on one? Ooh. And Gilzo's coming around. Let's see what he can do. No. Only two. We got Puppet Master. Looks like he's going to come around first. Wow. And Puppet Master putting in a 138.4 to just barely edge out Beck on the medium tire. Wow. That's impressive. And nope, heading back into the pits for him. Get a nice shot of Gilzo continuously rear-ending Bones. Is that it? Oh. Well, that's unfortunate for Fuzz. Anybody? No. Looks like that's it. So very very solid qualifying from, you know, the top 5 here. Not surprising to see J. Cole up on pole, but it'll be interesting to see how Puppet Master's strategy works out being on the mediums. I would have to say it gives him a pretty big advantage over the guys in the front, or that are ahead of him, but you never know. All it takes is one safety car. Alrighty, and we are back. Looks like we're getting started on with the formation lamp already. I suppose a quick rundown of the grid. We got J. Cole up here in pole, followed by Larkin. Then we get Puppet Master in third, round out the top 3, followed by Beck, Andre, Gills all the way down in 6th, Crucio, Zenith to win it, Fuzz, Bones to round out the top 10, and then Adri and GP Colin are lone 2 outside of the top 10. It'll be interesting to see if Puppet Master can maybe get ahead of Larkin at least when we finally restart the race here. Because those medium tires, as long as he can hang on to the guys in front of him, he has a very good chance to win. Alrighty, so everybody starts reforming the grid again. Now we just wait for the lights to come on. Alrighty, here we go. And here we go. The lights are off, and we are beginning the Azerbaijan Grand Prix with Larkin getting a very nice start. Looks like so far no contact. Everybody kept it clean. Oh, and Gilzo with a very nice start, making up 2 positions right off the bat. Meanwhile, something must have happened with Andre, as he dropped 6 positions, and he definitely has some wing damage. Ooh. And Beck gets around Crucial to pick up one spot that he lost. Alright. Let's get back up to Puppet Master as he is pushing right behind Larkin. See if he'll be able to get this pass done. And he does. The lap 1 move to put him up into 2nd place, but we got J. Cole already a second out in front of our 2nd place runner, Puppet Master. Oh, and Larkin DNFs. Ooh. Little contact between Jinnit and Bones, it looks like. Wow. Be interesting to see what happened to Larkin. Fortunately, I missed it. Let's move up to Crucial as he is right behind Beck, applying a lot of pressure on him. Be interesting to see how Beck handles this so far. Very nicely. And they made it through, as they make it through the toughest portion of the whole entire track. Looks like Beck has started to pull out a little bit of a gap on Crucial. Now we got Fuzz coming up behind the 2 of them, looking to hopefully make a pass on one of these guys. Yellow flag. What happened? Oh, and it's GP. GP is also out of the race. Wow. Oh, and J. Cole comes into the pits? This virtual safety car. That's probably why. Wonder where... Oh. Hey, GP must have lost it coming out of that final corner. But now, just like that, we got Puppet Master in the lead on the medium tire. Gilzo up into 2nd. Fuzz all the way up into 3rd, who's also on the medium tire, but a little bit too far behind Gilzo right now. Oh, got a lot of the front runners on the mediums already. And J. Cole came in to put on the hard tire. Interesting decision. Let's see. Closest gap. Oh, Gilzo being right behind Puppet Master. Be interesting to see if he can get the move done before the first corner, which at this rate I think he'd be able to. Let's look at... Oh yeah. He is definitely going to go for the pass here. And he's going to get this done with ease. So Puppet Master falls back down to second place. And we have another retirement from Beck. So just like that, Baku claims 3 victims within the first 4 laps. But on the bright side, for everybody that is still left, regardless if you finish or not, you're still getting points. Alright. Let's see. So we got... Let's go look at the tire situation so far. So everybody... We got J. Cole and Crucio that are on the fresh hards, trying to push to catch up to the medium and soft runners up ahead of them. Meanwhile, oh, is that Adri? Little contact. And he has lost an end plate, but it looks like J. Cole's also lost his right end plate as well. Oh no, never mind. I would be assuming that J. Cole should be able to get this move done very easily with the DRS straight coming up, which will push him up into 6th place. Now, Puppet Master's also unfortunately fallen out of DRS range of Gilzo, which should help Gilzo get away. Let's go back to this battle. He's got it, and too easy. But now can Adri come back at him down the next DRS straight? And Gilzo, or J. Cole and Adri both get really good exits out of the corner, but it looks like J. Cole's going to be able to hang on to 6th place. And, oh, and a lockup. That is not going to help. Alrighty. Go back up to Puppet Masters. He is right behind Gilzo in the castle sector. Oh. Now this could be a very good back and forth battle as long as Puppet Master, or as long as one of these guys doesn't pull out a DRS range. I'll take that down for a little bit. When Gilzo comes into the pits to put on the hard tire already. Huh. On lap 6. Which releases Puppet Master now, who has a fairly substantial gap back to Fuzz at 9 seconds. This will be interesting because Gilzo also came out in front of his teammate, who pitted a few laps earlier. Now the moment of truth is, can Janet stay close enough to Fuzz to pass him and to move up into second place. Let's see, where did he fall? Which both Fuzz and Janet are up 7 and 5 positions. Very good start for both of these guys. Very nice helicopter view. Let's see. Janet picks up the slipstream on Fuzz and DRS, and he is by him. But will Fuzz try and brake late? No, he tucks in behind him. Figures that it's not worth fighting it. But can he get him back now? Looks like he's a little bit too far behind. And yeah. So now we also got Adri coming into pit off of the mediums. Would have figured, oh, getting his wing changed, which makes sense. Now Fuzz is starting to fall back from Janet. Maybe he'll be able to catch up to him before the DRS straight, because once somebody pulls out of that DRS range, it's going to be tough to catch back up to him. Let's see. Now, well, J. Cole's still fairly close to his teammate Gilzo as they battle for 4th. Let's see if he will be close enough to keep DRS. So right now he is right on the edge. And he does. But he won't be close enough to make a move though, as J. Cole sets the fastest lap of the race with a 1:42.8. He is really pushing. Ooh, and Fuzz. Will Fuzz get the move done? And he does, and Fuzz moves into first place. Wow. Up 8 positions already. J. Cole thought about making a possible move there, but decided against it. So what are we thinking now, chat? Who looks the most likely to take this race win? Janet is looking to make another move coming up onto the main straight here on Fuzz. Let's see if he can take first place back again. And it looks like he will be able to get the move done. Very nice. Ooh. J. Cole still can't find a way past his teammate. And J. Cole will have to settle for waiting on another time to pass his teammate and championship rival, Gilzo. But these two, they only really have to worry about Puppet Master, because I don't think Fuzz... Fuzz and Zenith still haven't made their first stop yet, so their main worry is the Haas driver behind them. Which, it'll be interesting to see, especially for J. Cole, once they start getting towards the final laps of the race, how those hard tires are going to hold up, because Puppet Masters are 5 laps fresher, which, who knows, maybe that will make the deciding difference towards the end, but for now, though, we'll go back to the... oh, actually, Gilzo has closed up on Fuzz. And maybe he will be able to get this pass done before the next corner. And he does. So now he puts a car between him and his division, or his championship rival. But meanwhile, Puppet Master puts in the fastest lap of 1:42.8. So he has definitely got the pace to catch up to these guys in front of him. But you might figure also for Fuzz, maybe he will come in this lap to pit and get off those medium tires. Because as of right now, it seems like he is losing pace, and oh, J. Cole gets by him as well. Wow, what a battle. Oh, and Fuzz, ooh, that is very unfortunate for Fuzz. But will we see a safety car or VSC? No. That was a very close battle there between J. Cole and Fuzz. Might be seeing that taken to the stewards. Who knows? But anyways, we'll go back up to Gilzo here, who is our net race leader at the moment, who might even be able to get this pass done. Which I think he is. Yeah, it looks like he should get this done easily. Which he does. It was surprising to see Zenith stay out on the medium tire, even though he is definitely losing pace to these guys now. Let's see what Andre can do if he can get around Adri with help from the DRS. He's trying to pick up that slipstream, but he is going to be too far behind to make the move. Ooh. Must have missed a little battle between J. Cole and Gilzo up here as he drops back down to second, or stays in second, I should say. Anyway. So now we got Puppet Master trying to fight back, trying to catch his way back up to J. Cole and Gilzo. It's not too far behind at the moment, but we'll definitely... I think it'll be a lot closer towards the end, though. Those fresher tires will really help him out. He's already made up approximately... Looks like he's made up about 3/10 just in that last little section there. We got any other... Yeah, Fuzz back down in 8th after an unfortunate little battle with J. Cole, but maybe... Looks like he might be able to close back up to his teammate, Adri. Maybe make up a position there. But otherwise, everybody else, there are some pretty decent-sized gaps. I mean, you got 10 seconds between Adri and Bones, and then Bones is 12 seconds behind Crucio. I mean, you got a lot of drivers just kind of doing their own thing in clear space, but this is the battle right here to see how much Puppet Master can take off per lap to J. Cole, and maybe towards the end might even be able to catch Gilzo. But right now we got Gilzo running out in front at Baku, which it's looking good for him right now. His strategy's paid off. Just got him out in front of his teammate earlier on. We'll be able to see if he can hold it together for the rest of these 12 laps. Oh, yeah, Puppet Master is really starting to close on J. Cole. As he's already shaved off, looks like now he might be about 6/10 a lap faster than J. Cole. Meanwhile, J. Cole is also losing some time to his teammate out in front. Let's go back down to Fuzz down here. So he is rapidly closing in on his teammate. Which he also looks like he has 4 lap fresher tires than his teammates, so that should help him kind of close up this gap towards the end of the race. And we got yellow flag. Somebody else out? Oh, Bones lost it. Ooh. Let's see. Did he pick up any wing damage? No. So he's good to go there. Puppet Master now only 2.4 seconds behind. It seems like every single lap he is taking at least 3 to 4 tenths out of the driver in front of him. One, two, three. Coming around one of the final corners. Just shows how close everybody is towards the front of the pack here. Let's go back to Fuzz real quick, as he is closing in on his teammate again. He also has a fair amount of battery saved up as well, so he is definitely going to try and push towards the end here, the end of this lap. Ooh, as he locks up a little bit, but manages to keep it out of the wall though, which is good for him. And now it looks like he is right behind his teammate and should easily be able to get this move done. And just like that, Fuzz is in front of his teammate. Let's see if Adri can fight this back going down the next straight, though. Oh. They both get a good exit, but it looks like Fuzz is definitely going to be able to maintain 6th position. Oh. As he bobbles the next turn a little bit. Might be starting to feel that pressure now. But meanwhile, we had Crucio and Zenith to win it come out on the medium tires, performing their one and only pit stop of the race. But for these guys, though, they are pretty much out of the races. Zenith is 43 seconds behind Puppet Master. So for them, you definitely need a safety car. But let's go back down to Adri. As he is right on the brink of DRS. We'll see if he can maintain this. If he can, that'll be huge. If not, it should allow Fuzz to push and maybe see if he can kind of close up the gap to Crucio in front of him. But with Crucio being on the softer tire and fresher, that'll probably be a pretty tough challenge. And Adri does not get DRS. That is not going to help his race out. Now, Puppet Master is only 1.5 seconds behind J. Cole, so we have a Sector 1 yellow flag. I wonder what happened there. Don't know. But anyways. Be interesting to see if he can, as long as he can close this up and get within DRS range, to see if how long it'll take him to get past J. Cole. Because J. Cole's now on 14 lap old hard tires compared to the 10 lap old hards for Puppet. we'll see what that difference in tire wear really shows up towards the end here. Meanwhile, Bones is closed up on the back of Adri as well. And Fuzzes. Adri must have had a little bobble or something that I missed, but I'll be able to, got a couple, oh wow, jumped up to 3 seconds. Wonder what happened there. I guess he's not as close anymore. Ooh, very close. Again, not in DRS range, so he's gonna have to push a little bit harder to get within that, but so whoever is take a little vote in the chat here. Who would you say your guys' driver of the day would be as of right now? Let's see. Where's the position changes? There we go. Gilzo up 5 spots. Jinnit up 4. Adri up 4. Got some pretty solid performances there. Let's see if Andre can get past Bones. A little bit of a lockup, but he keeps it out of the wall and right behind Bones. Looks like he is not going to be able to fight this. Andre using the slipstream, moves out to the inside and makes the move. Can he make it stick though? And he does. He gets out in front. Now we'll move up to the battle for the front here. Puppet Master 3/10 behind J. Cole. Which this should be another very easy move for Puppet Master to put him up into 2nd place. And he does. Gets past J. Cole with ease. But once again, you know, will he be able to get a good enough exit though to keep J. Cole behind him? As J. Cole, he does have a lot of speed and he is very close behind Puppet. And no, he will tuck in behind Puppet. So very nice for Puppet to move up another position after he started out 3rd on the medium tire, now up into 2nd place with only 6 laps left to go. But it definitely won't be an easy task trying to defend from the championship leader, J. Cole, as J. Cole picks up a 3-second time penalty. Stay on this battle for a little bit longer. See if maybe he can close the gap and get back in front of him. But it looks like Puppet Master is starting to pull out a little bit of a gap now. does not get DRS. So we'll move back down to Fuzz here. See, oh, he's actually caught up to Crucio. Huh. Let's see if he can, make this work. He gets a very nice exit out of that corner. He is right behind Crucio, and oh, Crucio has wing damage, so... Oh, he actually has no wing left. So, Fuzz will get up into 5th position, and Crucio is out. He's out of the race. Are we going to see a safety car come out now? Hard to believe that there wasn't a safety car, considering where he's parked on the track, but... And Adri goes around and resets to track. And we get a safety car. Oh my god. Okay, and Puppet Master's left the session. That is... Wow. DNF from Puppet. I don't even know what's going on anymore. And like that, with Puppet Master DNFing, we are down to... What do we got? 7 drivers left. So now we get the front runners here in J. Cole and Gilzo are both heading into the pits. It'd be interesting to see if J. Cole gets held up at all. He does, but it won't really matter a whole lot though, considering that they have a major gap to Jinnit behind. So they will both be finishing the race on the soft tires, and they're both getting new wings. What a, I gotta say, this was probably a welcome safety car, as most of the people were, besides Puppet Master, before he either lagged out or I don't know what happened, but almost everybody should be coming in for the soft tire now. So it's going to be possibly a 3-lap sprint to the end. Oh boy. Don't we all just love the safety car so much? Everybody's favorite Mercedes. Will be interesting to see if maybe Fuzz, if he can get back up into the podium after you know, having his moment with J. Cole earlier in the race that forced him back down to 8th or 9th position. We'll stay on board with Gilzo until we get closer to the restart. But surprise, surprise, towards the end of the race we have both of the Renaults in the first two positions. Not much of a surprise there, but it was surprising though. I'm curious to see what happened to Puppet Master, because he had a very, very good race going, and that DNF was really surprising. Oh. Get everybody a little extra screen time during this very slow safety car. But I will say that the safety car is definitely going to make the end of the race a lot more interesting, since now everybody will be obviously bunched back up together, and we won't have any more almost full one-lap gaps between people. But I would be expecting the safety car, though, to come in probably this lap. We should see once these guys get to the bottom of the hill down here. No, stays out for another lap. Oh, this is fun. I have to say this timer has to be a little off, because I don't think Adri is that far behind the rest of the pack, but anyway. Really rooting for one of these guys back here, you know, Zenith, Fuzz, even Andre, to potentially maybe sneak out a couple of spots during the restart. But it could be difficult because I don't know if we might not even get to see DRS for the final lap. Ooh. There's an almost collision there. For Adri, though, might be a bit more beneficial for him that he's had to push pretty much this whole entire duration of the safety car, so his tires should be up to temperature. Meanwhile, everybody else that has been, you know, going pretty slowly up here, you know, they're gonna have to deal with cold tires. So I wouldn't be surprised to also see Adri, maybe he'll jump a couple spots early on. Alrighty, we have the whole field bunched up again, and Gilzo is now leading the pack. Safety car is coming in, so let's see how good of a start that he can get, and maybe he can, should be able to hopefully pull away from his teammate there. And oh, that is unfortunate for Fuzz as he picks up a 5-second penalty. He's not missing any wing. And Gilzo restarts the race. And we are, let's see, it's not a terrible angle. Gilzo stays in front. Adri gets up in front of Janet, who went back into the pits. Interesting. Oh, and Bones. Looks like both Bones and... No, Andre, you just had a little bit of a bobble there. But now that puts... Oh, as he goes for the... Wow. He almost had that. That was a bit of a dive bomb, but... Meanwhile, Fuzz, though... I'll have to see how that 5-second penalty plays out, but he could potentially be looking at a podium position here. The real battle, is J. Cole kind of bobbles the exit, but still within that 0.8 of a second gap. Gilzo goes a little sideways too. They are really pushing hard. They're giving it everything that they got now. We'll see. Should be, this is going to be a very interesting final lap. Looks like J. Cole, though, has the slipstream right now on Gilzo. Will he send it going into turn 1? As he sets the fastest lap, too, at 140.4. He is right behind his teammate. Can he get a good exit out of this turn? Looks like Gilzo got a very good exit, and J. Cole will not be able to get this move done. He's going to have to wait and possibly send it going down the main straight, but he does have that 3-second penalty, though. I've not seen Gilzo's name pop up, so... So as of right now, I would have to go with Gilzo picking up his first win. So he keeps it clean through the castle sector, and he should be able to maintain this lead. So we got Bones right behind Andre. But now let's see. They have both been using that battery up, but Gilzo has significantly more battery left than J. Cole to fight this, and it looks like Gilzo has officially picked up his first win, as he will be coming across the line, as Gilzo also takes fastest lap away from his teammate at the very end. Very, very good race for Gilzo. And DRS is enabled after the race is done. Good job. And after having to make a pit stop right on the safety car restart for the lap after, we have our last finisher, Janet, coming in 7th place. Like that, we get the 2 Renaults on the podium along with the lone McLaren, driven by the one and only Fuzz up on the podium. But I suppose now, I'll see if I can get... Or Adri. Oh, I lied. Wow, now I feel bad for Fuzz. But I'm gonna see if I can get a few of these guys in for a post-race interview. We'll see. I'll wait a few minutes to see if I can get Gilzo to join. Might not happen, but who knows? Oh, welcome, Gilzo.
How's it going?
That's going good so far. I don't know. Well, I don't have J. Cole, or I don't think I have Adri on my friends
I
list,
can try
but
inviting him if you want.
I know it
Well, I can suggest.
wasn't necessarily the most interesting race, but would be nice to see if we can get some of those guys in.
Here you go.
Alright, there we go. So, since you're here, we'll start with you. How does it feel to pick up the first win of the year?
Relief more than anything, man. Bottled a few of them this season, so finally getting over it's good feeling.
Yeah, it's been I mean, you've always been up there towards the front, but, J. Cole has just been so, so dominant this season, and, I'm happy to see that you got your first win today. But, so, was it always the plan to come in on lap 6? Or, I think you came in on lap 6? Or was it, or would you maybe have held out a little bit longer?
I just kind of thought I'd see how the tires go, but even by lap 5, the softs were dead. So I kind of extended it as much as I could and then came in. Just about managed to get out in front of J. Cole, which was lucky more than anything.
Yeah, because I know he came in, and I don't know if maybe he picked up wing damage somewhere along the way, but he came in, it seemed a little early. Anyway, here he is.
He had a collision with Larkin, as far as I
Hey.
remember.
Ah. See, I missed that. I was wondering. But, yeah, so then we got the second place finisher, J. Cole, in here now. How'd you feel about the race today?
It. I mean, I've got no words for it. It was definitely something. I must admit, it was only what 7 finishes, I believe.
Yes, 7 finishers out of 12.
Yeah, that was definitely something. I must admit. I don't know how to describe it.
Yeah, it was, well, without that safety car towards the end, that was, yeah, not
I was lucky.
not the most nail-biting race, I will say, but it was, after seeing you guys battle towards the front, and I don't know what happened to Puppet Master. I felt kind of bad for him. He was up there, and I thought he may have been able to even get second place, maybe, but
Oh, Papa had it in the bag. I had damage.
did yeah,
Papa just had to keep it on track, and he was winning it.
yeah, because well, I mean, I know because I stayed on YouTube when you came into the pits and that safety car, and you both changed your wing, and I was thinking like, wow, yeah, he probably definitely could have made it up there, but I still don't know if he crashed out or if he lagged
Yeah.
or.
He crashed out of the castle section because then after that,
Ah.
I thought I was gonna go like straight into and break my wing. I still broke my wing, but he sort of ghosted and I hit my wing in castle. That's why I got wing damage from that. Otherwise, I would have been perfectly fine to carry on.
I gotcha. That makes more sense now. Because I think probably around the time that happened, I want to say maybe he was getting close to Adri, so I was back there watching that, and then I just saw that Puppet Master DNF'd, and it was like, oh wow, like a for sure, like at least a for sure podium probably, worst case. You know, like you guys were saying, you both had wing damage, and maybe he could have gotten, well, I don't know. You guys are pretty fast, so who knows, but...
Would have been a fun 5 laps.
That it would have been. But, yeah, it was, like I said, you know, it was nice to see that, you know, you got your first win, even though there were, I suppose, you know, survival of the fittest, only 7 racers that finished the race at Baku.
Fuzz was one of them, who'd have thought?
He was, yes. He, oh yeah, because I know Fuzz and J. Cole, you know, you guys had a little bit of a battle going through Sector 2. I was able to catch a little bit of it, but the camera angle wasn't really the best. You know, what kind of happened there?
Jack?
What? Sorry, I don't know what. Sorry, it's just cut out then. What was that? Sorry.
The battle that you and Fuzz had earlier in the race, when you guys were going through the should have been the second sector.
Yeah.
Because I know you two were side by side, and then all I saw was, you know, Fuzz kind of lost the back end a little bit, and yeah, Fuzz is saying he took me out.
Fuzz would be saying that. He wants to try and get me moved down as far as possible. But no, what happened was we were both side by side. I did brake a little bit late on it when I was on his inside. Into the next corner on the right hander, I noticed quite a bit of a big bump, but I left him the space on the inside. I was as far left as I could go, and well, Fuzz, he does love a spin, just not on the formation lap. And yeah, that's what happened.
All right. Yeah, it was, like I said, the camera angle I don't really think was the best, but all I kind of saw was, you know, you two going side by side through the that right turn, and then Fuzz just kind of, you know, then he was in the wall. Fuzzed it.
Yeah.
Oh, man. But then I felt bad, too, because I thought he finished third at the end, and it was Adri.
Yeah.
I was like, rip. Oh, but anyway.
No, I thought he had came third as well, to be fair.
So, you guys have anything else to say? Otherwise, I think we'll probably wrap it up here.
I mean, at least GG Eagles are actually getting a win this season. I don't think he would, to be fair.
Number 2 driver in it.
You were saying multi
we wrap up instructors?
What?
I think we have.
Nice.
I mean, if you guys haven't wrapped it up by now, I would be genuinely surprised. But especially since, well, Ferrari was second place, is it? Or yeah, and
I think McLaren still are.
Nah, Ferrari by like 2 points, I think.
Maybe not after today.
Yeah.
Because Ferrari didn't have, well, Larkin crashed out. And I don't think I don't know, I think he finished in like 11th after the crash. And then, yeah, obviously Adri and Fuzz were up there in 3rd and 4th. But, yeah, so, like I said, thanks for joining me for this lovely post-race interview.
Hey, cheers for the comments.
No problem. You know, it was nice. It was nice to you know, step in and fill the role. But yeah, so alrighty, this was the ZOR Baku Grand Prix. Thanks for joining, and our next race will be Tier 1 tomorrow, Monday night at 8 Eastern Time at Australia, I believe, right? I think should be Australia.
Yes,
and Tier 2 will be racing on Thursday, same time, 8 Eastern at Australia as well. Join us then, and see you guys.